Spider-Man got announced for a brand new Marvel fighting game, Marvel Tokon Souls. It's a 4v4 fighting game that features only Marvel characters. It's a shame Marvel vs. Capcom is getting left by the wayside, but Spider-Man's back. Spider-Man's here again, and I'm just so ecstatic. I can't believe it. There's just so much to talk about. Y'all already know how much I love Marvel vs. Capcom Spider-Man. For us to get another fighting game from Marvel featuring Spider-Man, I'm over the moon. But it also had me thinking, what is the history of Spider-Man in Marvel's fighting games? How often does he show up? What does he look like when he does show up? How does he play? Who is he voiced by? Do any other Spider-Man characters show up? All of these questions came rushing to my mind, and then I realized I'm the guy who makes videos on this stuff. So today's video, we're going to talk about Spider-Man in every single Marvel fighting game he's ever been in. And then lastly, we will talk about Marvel Tokon Fighter and what we want to see from Spider-Man in this said game, in terms of gameplay and other characters we may want to appear from Spider-Man's mythos. Before I get into this video though, I need each and every single one of you to tell me your favorite fighting game Spider-Man's in. To really break it up, don't include all of Marvel vs. Capcom together. Is it like Marvel vs. Capcom 2 Spider-Man, Marvel Superhero Spider-Man, Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, any of the other Marvel fighting game Spider-Mans? At the end of this video, I'll tell you mine. But this video is all about the history of Spider-Man in Marvel fighting games.
Marvel vs. Capcom 2, New Age of Heroes.
We have to start with the biggest and most notable one, right? Marvel vs. Capcom. In this game, Spider-Man is voiced by 3 different voice actors across the entirety of his years. There's like 30 years of characters appearances Spider-Man's had from the very first video game he features in, I think it's Marvel Superheroes, all the way up to Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite in the Marvel vs. Capcom series. There is no other Marvel fighting game even in the realm of iconicness that Marvel vs. Capcom has reached. The franchise first started with X-Men Children of the Atom, but Spider-Man first appears in Marvel Superheroes. This is the one that started it all for our boy. In the whopping year of 1995, Spider-Man was designed and created in almost the entirety of his moveset. Never changed, besides some slight properties along the way. That's crazy, because the character appeared in 1995, and then he had an appearance again in Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite in 2017, and his moveset's pretty much the same. The character literally stands the exact same way for 22 years. Oh my god, it's so iconic. His knees must be breaking, guys. He even has nigh the exact same song until Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite came out. He's been shooting web balls, he's web swinging, he's web throwing, and he's been doing it for decades. And you can see all the moves and how they've changed over the years. Let's take a look at some of his supers, right? You got Maximum Spider, Crawler Assault, and Ultimate Web Throw. Crawler Assault is damn near identical for 22 years. Crazy. But the other supers have slight property changes. For like example, Maximum Spider. In the OG days, Maximum Spiders was just like an on-hit ability, and then you would get the animation no matter what. If you hit an assist, you got the animation. If you hit the player, you got the animation. But it wasn't also like an animated super. You were doing the animation while the screen continued to have fights on it. This would change though with Marvel vs. Capcom 3. In Marvel vs. Capcom 3 and Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, it's now just like a screen animation. Nothing else can be going on the screen if somebody gets hit by Maximum Spider. And the assist can't actually be comboed by Maximum Spider anymore. Ultimate Web Throw also had its properties changed as well. It used to be a command hit, and now it turned into an aerial command grab. The difference is actually like a bit. It's actually massive if you don't play fighting games. A command hit can work in combos. It can work at any time as long as the opponent isn't blocking. Versus an aerial command grab, this is much harder to hit. The character that you're fighting against has to be in the air, and they can't be in a comboable state. They have to be in like a totally actionable state on their own end. If they're in a combo, it won't hit. So this was a massive change over the years, and it made this move kind of harder to hit, but it also made it way too good for certain scenarios, like if you're fighting Phoenix. It was an instant kill on Phoenix in Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. So you take what you can get out of it. Those are the supers now. They've changed over the years, but pretty much they're all been the same. In Spider-Man's first appearance, which was Marvel Superheroes, Spider-Man was considered a top-tier character. He could literally one-touch any character in the game with the pretty simple infinite. He was a literal god back in the days. In his second appearance, he was still good, but what was really cool was that they allowed you to actually get a secret unlockable version of Spider-Man, which was the Armored Spider-Man. He had the exact same moveset, but he was slower and had more health than the regular Spider-Man. Spider-Man would then appear again in Marvel vs. Capcom 1, only this time he wouldn't have his alternate palette slot. They would actually give him another character from his own mythos alongside him, Venom. Venom finally appeared in a Marvel vs. Capcom game for the first time in Marvel vs. Capcom 1. Venom's moveset looks glorious. The way the symbiote moves all around him so fluidly in the sprite, it's amazing. His moveset was so fun to look at, but it wasn't really good, honestly. All of the moves you'll see him use, although they look awesome, you got like the Tendril and the Venom Fang, they're super unsafe. If you play fighting games, you understand that this character is not that good. In Marvel vs. Capcom 1, Venom is probably bottom 2, bottom 3 character, whereas Spider-Man is the top 3 character. In Marvel vs. Capcom 1, you also get a secret character for Venom. You put in this code and it turns Venom into this orangish character, otherwise known as Red Venom by the community. He has like 0 health, like literally no health at all. If you touch him, he pretty much dies. But he had infinites for days. If he touched you, it was over essentially. This was pretty much Capcom paying homage to Carnage. They never put Carnage in the game officially, but this was that. This was essentially the closest we've gotten at least. But then we go to Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Both characters would really not be changed at all, and because of this, they would fall to the wayside because a lot of characters in this game just were so crazy. You have characters like Storm flying to the top of the screen, and you just can't hit her. A character like Spider-Man and Venom is going to have no hope against her. It's very tough. However, Spider-Man was still solid. Spider-Man in this game is considered a mid-tier due to the fact that he had an assist that was fully invincible and could be combo off of if it hit the opponent who was on the ground. On top of that, Spider-Man has resets for days. Venom was still considered ass tier, bottom tier. This character sucks in Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Good luck fighting a Magneto as Venom. It's over. It's a 10-0 matchup. We're going to move to Marvel vs. Capcom 3, and this is actually the first game of the series that gives the characters some like real characterization. They have plenty of dialogue. Spider-Man in this game would no longer be voiced by Patrick Chilvers, and instead would be voiced by Josh Keaton, my personal favorite voice actor for Spider-Man. Listen to some of his quips to start and end fights. He's amazing.
Spiders. I hate spiders.
You got a black belt in stupid if you think you're gonna beat me.
Hey there, Slick. We meet again.
You kiss your mother with that face? Jeez. Gonna be hard to copy that butt kicking. So, any relation to JJ? You know, you sort of look like the guy who ruined my marriage.
In Marvel vs. Capcom 3, Spider-Man would be essentially the same as he was in the previous games, but he wouldn't have like a flat sprite model. He would have a full 3D model in a 2.5 fighting game. It was awesome. And he also has an extra move now. He has a web zip. Spider-Man can use this to zip and zap around the screen. And he could also use it to cancel any of his moves. He can web ball, web zip. It's awesome. He can also web zip, web ball. It's fire. But overall, Spider-Man in Marvel vs. Capcom 3's meta, he just wasn't that high up. His normals are really stubby. He's not too powerful. I mean, he actually does have a 100 to 0 damage combo on every single character in the game, but it's so goddamn hard to do. It's really tough, I'm not gonna lie. So overall, you got a mid-tier Spider-Man in Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 also would be the first Marvel vs. Capcom game since Marvel Superheroes to not feature another Spider-Man character outside of Spider-Man. You see, Capcom actually wanted Venom in the game, but Marvel told them no. They said, you're not allowed to use Venom. They also told Capcom no to Shuma Gorath, and Capcom fought tooth and nail to get Shuma Gorath in the game, but I digress. We're not focusing on that. It's the Spider-Man channel. It's so fucking random. Anyways, Doc Ock was supposed to be in this game. They actually have Doc Ock's audio in this game, and they have some like sound. When I say audio, I mean his music, and they also have some sound bites from Doc Ock in this game as well. The problem was, whenever Doc Ock was on the screen, apparently the game would fucking crash. So we never got Doc Ock in this game, which is just a travesty because we've really only got one other Spider-Man character in the entirety of Marvel vs. Capcom, and that's Venom. And I don't really think of Venom as a Spider-Man character. To me, Venom's his own character. He's been his own character since like the 90s, at least since the late 2000s, like 2010s. He has his own movie. He got his own comic run. That's one of the greatest comic runs ever. Everybody loves it by Donny Cates. Like I don't see Venom as a Spider-Man character anymore. When I met my girlfriend, I asked her what her favorite MCU movie was, and then she said Venom. And then she didn't even know Venom had anything to do with Spider-Man. So I think it just goes to show you that Venom is just his own thing at this point. He's so massive. But we're going to move on to Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. This is the final installment of the Marvel vs. Capcom franchise as of now, and he was voiced in this game by Robbie Daymond, the 2017 cartoon voice actor. Again, Spider-Man has not exactly the same moveset, except for Web Zip actually has a massive buff. that allowed him to cleanly beat pretty much any projectile in the entirety of the game. That's OD strong. If you don't play fighting games, you may not understand how powerful that is, but if the web zip hit a projectile, the projectile lost and Spider-Man still kept coming at you. And the web zip also had a hit property, so you could hit the projectile and hit the opponent. The opponent is in hit stun, you cancel out their projectile, and you can combo. It was a very strong move. And on top of that, in this game, Spider-Man also has a level 3 that uses Green Goblin's bombs in it. It's a pretty cool animation. I really, really like it. And what I really like about this game is Venom came back too for the final installment. And he boasts a very revamped moveset that makes him a much better character. And for the first time in his entire characterization of Marvel vs. Capcom, Venom wasn't a bottom tier character. He's like A tier in this game. I believe Spider-Man is considered a mid tier in this game as well, but I actually kind of wholeheartedly disagree with this. Because in this game, I think Spider-Man is just fucking broken. I played this game OD, I've been to tournaments for this game, and it doesn't make any sense to me that Spider-Man isn't considered top tier in this game. The issues with his normals doesn't exist anymore, in my opinion. He's just so much stronger with his web zip ability. His combos are just crazy. I think Spider-Man's top tier in this game, but he's considered mid tier by the community. But that's Marvel vs. Capcom and Spider-Man and his history in it. You have him fighting people like Thanos for the Infinity Stones. He's fighting Onslaught. He's fighting Galactus. He fought a mixture between Ultron and Sigma from Mega Man. This Spider-Man has got to be one of the strongest Spider-Man across all of the universes for him to take on such threats and keep on winning. All in all, this is an incredible version of the character. But there's still 2 more fighting game appearances from the webhead you may not even know about. You may have never heard of either of these, so let's talk about them. Marvel has made other fighting games outside of Marvel vs. Capcom. Mind-blowing, I know. 99.9% of the people watching this video probably never heard of a Marvel fighting game outside of Marvel vs. Capcom. But there's 2 other ones that Spider-Man appears in. There's like 4 or 5 other ones in total, but Spider-Man's not in them. We're not talking about them today. Those are also terrible. But we're going to talk about the 2 Spider-Man does appear in, okay? To my knowledge, out of every single fighting game in Marvel's ever created outside of Marvel vs. Capcom, Spider-Man's only ever appeared in Marvel Nemesis Rise of the Imperfects and X-Men Mutant Academy 2. Both super random, and we're going to talk about both of them, okay? Marvel Nemesis Rise of the Imperfects. Marvel Nemesis Rise of the Imperfects is a 3D brawler style fighting game. This game is really, really janky. It's not good. I'm going to be real with you. The lighting in this game, horrible. The colors in this game, drowned out and bland. And the camera, it doesn't even really follow the characters around. The game, it's hard to play, and it's hard to really get a feel for because it's just not that good of a game. I'm going to be real with you. But this game came out when I was like 10, and my friend like halfway up the road had it, and we played this game all the freaking time. I mean, you're going to tell me there's a fighting game, it's a brawler 3D style with Marvel characters, and I was a kid, I was going to play it no matter if it was good or bad. It didn't matter to me. The game actually doesn't only feature Marvel characters, it also features some original characters from EA, but these characters like fucking suck. We're not here to talk about them. Never going to focus on them. None of my friends picked a non-Marvel character, so I don't know anybody who would. But let's focus on what we actually came here to talk about. The game was very gritty, and Spider-Man in this game was no different. In this game, he's voiced by Alistar Abel. Spider-Man was pretty out of character, I'm not gonna lie. He says something about ass whooping. Add the ass whooping line right here.
You know what we call that? We call that a web-slinging ass-kicking. You gotta be kidding. This is going to be too easy. Oh, this better be good. I don't have much time. Ouch! You're gonna feel that in the morning.
I will tell you what, it makes for a very fun Elseworld Spider-Man. Gameplay-wise, Spider-Man is like alright. He can web swing, and his finisher move is like whatever. It's all pretty mid all around, honestly. He doesn't really have too much Spider-Man about him. But Venom also appears in this game, and the 2 have a rivalry as per usual. They're not really friends, and they're more so like villains, and this is a bad guy Venom. And Venom's finishing move is just straight up terrible. The game is just buns, guys. The game is pretty buns, I'm not gonna lie. It's cool that we got another Marvel fighting game that featured lots of characters Capcom never touched, though. We do got to talk about that. Like, you got the Thing in this game, Daredevil's in this game, Elektra's in this game, and Human Torch. None of these characters were ever put in a Marvel vs. Capcom game, so it's cool that these characters got a chance to shine. Especially Daredevil. I feel like this character is actually so popular, yet he hardly shows up in any video games. The story for this game, Marvel Rise of the Imperfects, is also ass. I'm not gonna lie, it's terrible. Spider-Man's hardly in it. It's so I'm not even going to get into the mix of it. In terms of characterization, Spider-Man in this game is pretty much Tobey Maguire. The VA sounds sort of like Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. The suit is like the exact same. He's not necessarily funny, but he's a bit snarky, and he does care at the end of the day. And then Venom is just a bad guy. Spider-Man doesn't really do much in the story either to drive the plot forward, and neither does Venom. It's probably the worst version of the character in a fighting game ever, But it is a very unique fighting game, and it's cool that we have something like this to exist. We could talk about it, like in videos like this. Marvel Chaos was the name of the canceled sequel to Marvel Rise of the Imperfects. Although the game probably wouldn't have been good, it probably would have been mid, just like the first one. It did take out the original characters and definitely turned up the saturation and colors, so I do have some faith with it. You get rid of those original guys, you make the game actually look good, there's a chance it's actually good. The prototype roster was actually known to the public as well, and some of these characters, not seeing them actually be playable is just frustrating. This would have been Thor's first ever playable appearance in a fighting game. We also would have had Phoenix and Miss Marvel for the first time in a fighting game. But most importantly, Spider-Man finally would have had another rep in a fighting game. Freaking Rhino was supposed to be in this game. Oh my god, we lost big time, guys. Y'all know how much I love Rhino. He doesn't have any moves or anything because the game was unfinished, but man, just knowing Rhino was supposed to be here and he's not, it's heartbreaking. We may never get an opportunity to put Rhino in a fighting game again, guys. Please, Token, put Rhino in it. And the last fighting game Spider-Man appears in Marvel. This one is really so random. It's called X-Men Mutant Academy 2. For some reason, Spider-Man shows up in an X-Men only video game. I have no explanation for this at all. I can't find any reasoning for this online, no matter how much I look. He's just here. He wasn't in the first game either, and nor was he appearing in the third game. No other non-X-Men character appears in the entirety of the franchise besides Spider-Man in the second game. And you know what I have to say about that? Sick. I love Spider-Man. It's so cool. He's pretty fun to play as, but the game is pretty rigid. His supers are pretty straightforward, although one does look pretty good, I won't lie. Rino Romano actually does voice the character, and this is awesome. He's one of my all-time favorite voice actors for Spider-Man. This is just phenomenal. What's really interesting about this game, though, is if you complete the arcade run, every character gets their own story moment, right? You got, like, Cyclops practicing outside. You got, like, Wolverine doing his own thing. But what happens when Spider-Man beats the game? You get an ad. It gives you an advertisement for the 2000 Spider-Man or 2002 Spider-Man video game, Spider-Man Enter Electro. Are you serious? They couldn't animate Spider-Man his own cutscene? Whatever. All in all, I think it's really fire that Spider-Man appears in a video game that's literally has nothing to do with him at all. That just shows how cool Spider-Man is and how popular he is. He's just everywhere. We've talked about Spider-Man across the history of Marvel fighting games, so we're finally going to talk about what we want out of Spider-Man and Marvel Tokon. I hope I pronounced that right, by the way. Just throwing that out there. In this game, Spider-Man's moves look crisp, and they look way different from Marvel vs. Capcom. Gone is the web ball and whatnot. We now see he can shoot multiple webs all at once. On top of that, we actually get to see Spider-Man have a move that actually utilizes his spider sense, which I have never seen in a fighting game before, and it actually befuddles me that it never existed. Outside of that, we don't really know too much, but wow, am I excited for Spider-Man to be in a new fighting game. However, I gotta say, this suit, it's ass, it's booty, it's buns, it's butt cheeks, it's basuda, spatsatuda. This suit's terrible. I personally can't comprehend why so many devs trying to design a new Spider-Man suit add so much white to it. It doesn't make any sense. It's very messy. Think of it like this. If you actually are thinking about colors and you're talking about wearing an outfit, you don't wear more than 3 colors. It clashes. Spider-Man's colors, what are they? They're red, black, and blue. Those are Spider-Man's colors. There's no way around it. Just because he has white eyes doesn't mean those are Spider-Man's colors. Batman has white eyes. You never see Batman wearing like a white suit. You never see Robin wearing a white suit. So how come white gets added to all of Spider-Man's alternate suits? It doesn't make any sense to me. It just looks so ugly and so messy. Look at Insomniac. That's the only one that kind of made it work, and ever since they did it, every single other dev trying to make an alternate Spider-Man suit always just throws blotches of white in there. It's not his thing. How come Iron Man doesn't get just random colors thrown onto his thing, right? His eyes are blue. How come I never see massive amounts of blue on Iron Man suits? Oh, because he just wears red and yellow because those are his colors. Captain America, he wears red, white, and blue. How come I never have to see massive amounts of green thrown on there? Oh, because those aren't his colors. So how come Spider-Man gets white thrown on there? It just looks ugly and it looks messy. As somebody who's a big fan of fashion, this looks terrible, in my opinion, of course. If you like it, to each their own. I just think when you add 4 colors into an outfit, it just looks way too messy and overcluttered. Nevertheless, I am so excited for a new fighting game with Spider-Man in it. But you know what else I'm excited for? You know what else I want to see? I want to see a Spider-Man villain finally appear in a fighting game. We've seen Venom and Venom only. And as I've said, I don't really see Venom as a Spider-Man character. Especially not anymore. I don't even think it's debatable. So why hasn't Doc Ock and Green Goblin appeared? I think it's time for both of them to appear. These are 2 of Spider-Man's most notable villains. They're, in my opinion, his 2 arch-nemesis. Venom is definitely not his arch-nemesis. The 2 of them are friends at this point in today's society. Venom's not even Eddie Brock. He's actually Mary Jane in today's society. So the two of them are former lovers when you think about it. But either way, Doc Ock has never appeared in a fighting game. Green Goblin has never appeared in a fighting game. Neither of them are also in Marvel Rivals, and Venom's in that as well. I think it's time we finally start including some more of Spider-Man's actual villains and adaptations. Venom is not enough anymore. As much as I love Venom, he's his own thing. Like Miles Morales' Spider-Man. How cool would it be if he got his first appearance in a fighting game right here? That Super Saiyan mode would go crazy. I'm just so excited for a new Marvel fighting game. There's no way around it. As someone who grew up playing Marvel fighting games my entire life, my first memories are of me playing Marvel vs. Capcom at the movie theater on an arcade machine, man. I love fighting games, and I love Marvel fighting games. So I could not be any happier to hear about a new fighting game coming out that only features Marvel characters. Because I never even really touched the Capcom characters outside of Strider Hiryu, and then Jeddah in Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. But it's the end of the video, and I told you all that at the end of the video, I would bring up my favorite Spider-Man from any fighting game ever. In terms of the best characterization, I think that's easily Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. It's not even close. Josh Keaton is the greatest. He's awesome. He's fun to play as. The Phoenix counter is so broken. I love that too. Invincible supers galore. Hilarious. I probably said that already. The great colors, great costumes. This is my favorite. But in terms of which Spider-Man would I like to play as? Oh, that's Marvel's superhero Spider-Man easily. This is the most busted version of the character. He has an infinite that just doesn't stop. It's easy, this version. He's a 10 out of 10. But I would want to know one more final time from you guys. What is your favorite version of Spider-Man in any fighting game ever? Any Marvel fighting game ever, because I don't think he appeared in any non-Marvel fighting games. What is your favorite Spider-Man, man? Y'all have a chance right now. Comment down below. I enjoyed making this video, and I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you have the means, you should subscribe to my Patreon, and if you'd like to talk to me a bit more, I have a Discord I'll put in my description down below. I appreciate each and every single one of you watching this far, trying to enjoy and learn more about Spider-Man's history in Marvel fighting games, and I hope we all can get on Marvel Tokon Soul Fighters together and have some great godlike games, man. That's pretty much it for me in this video, though. I don't think I have anything else to say. Yeah, thunk out. Peace. Wow, that was kind of free.